Jakarta, /d. K? RT question mark / Indonesian pronunciation, D. Jakarta, listen, officially the special capital region of Jakarta, Indonesian, Daerah Khusus Ibukota Jakarta, is the capital and largest city of Indonesia. Situated on the northwest coast of the world's most populous island of Java, it is the center of economy, culture and politics of Indonesia with a population of more than 10 million as of 2014 update. 5.8, although Jakarta only covers 699.5 square kilometers, 270.1 square miles, the smallest among any Indonesian provinces, its metropolitan area covers 6,392 square kilometers, 2,468 square miles. It is the world's second most populous urban area after Tokyo, with a population of about 30 million as of 2010 update. 9. Jakarta's business opportunities, as well as its potential to offer a higher standard of living, have attracted migrants from across the Indonesian archipelago, making it a melting pot of numerous cultures. 10. Jakarta is nicknamed the Big Durian, the thorny strongly-odored fruit native to the region. 1. As the city is seen as the Indonesian equivalent of New York, Big Apple. 11. Established in the 4th century as Sunda Kelapa, the city became an important trading port for the Sunda Kingdom. It was the de facto capital of the Dutch East Indies when it was known as Batavia. Jakarta is officially a province with special capital region status, though it is commonly referred to as a city. Its provincial government consists of 5 administrative cities and 1 administrative regency. Jakarta is an Alpha World City 12, and is the seat of the ASEAN Secretariat, 13, making it an important city for international diplomacy. 14. Financial institutions such as the Bank of Indonesia, Indonesia Stock Exchange, and corporate headquarters of numerous Indonesian companies and multinational corporations are located in the city. Jakarta has grown more rapidly than Kuala Lumpur, Bangkok, and Beijing. 15. In 2017, the city's GRP/PPP was estimated at $483.4 billion. 16-17. Jakarta's prime challenges include rapid urban growth, ecological breakdown, gridlocked traffic, congestion, and flooding. 18. Additionally, Jakarta is sinking up to 17 centimeters, 6.7 inches, per year, which, coupled with the rising of sea levels, has made the city more prone to flooding. It is also one of the fastest sinking capitals in the world. 19. In August 2019, President Joko Widodo announced a move of the capital to the province of East Kalimantan on the island of Borneo. 20. Jakarta has been home to multiple settlements. Its current name Jakarta derives from the word Jayakarta, Devanagari, which is ultimately derived from the Sanskrit Jaya, victorious 21, and Karta, accomplished, acquired, 22, thus Jayakarta translates as victorious deed, complete act or complete victory. It was named after Muslim troops of Fatihillah successfully defeated and drove out the Portuguese away from the city in 1527. 23. Before it was called Jayakarta, the city was known as Sunda Kelapa. Tomé Pires, a Portuguese apothecary during his journey to East Indies, wrote the city name on his magnum opus as Jakarta or Jakarta. 24. In the 17th century, the city was also known as Koningin van het Oosten, Queen of the Orient, for the urban beauty of downtown Batavia's canals, mansions and ordered city layout. 25. After expanding to the south in the 19th century, this nickname came to be more associated with the suburbs, for example Menteng and the area around Merdeka Square, with their wide lanes, green spaces and villas. 26. During the Japanese occupation, the city was renamed as Jakarta Tokubutsushi, Jakarta Special City. 27. The north coast area of western Java including Jakarta was the location of prehistoric bunny culture that flourished from 400 BC to 100 AD. 28. The area in and around modern Jakarta was part of the 4th century Sundanese kingdom of Tarumanagara, one of the oldest Hindu kingdoms in Indonesia. 29. The area of North Jakarta around Tugu became a populated settlement in the early 5th century. The Tugu inscription, probably written around 417 AD, discovered in Batutumbu hamlet, Tugu village, Koja, North Jakarta, mentions that King Purnawarman of Tarumanagara undertook hydraulic projects, the irrigation and water drainage project of the Chandrabhaga River and the Gamati River near his capital. 30. Following the decline of Tarumanagara, its territories, including the Jakarta area, became part of the Hindu kingdom of Sunda. From the 7th to the early 13th century, the port of Sunda was under the Srivijaya Maritime Empire. According to the Chinese source, Chu Fan Chi, written circa 1225, Cho Ju Kua reported in the early 13th century that Srivijaya still ruled Sumatra, the Malay Peninsula and western Java, Sunda. Citation needed. The source says the port of Sunda as strategic and thriving, mentioning pepper from Sunda as among the best in quality. The people worked in agriculture, and their houses were built on wooden piles. 31. The harbor area became known as Sunda Kelapa, Sundanese. And by the 14th century, it was an important trading port for the Sunda kingdom. The first European fleet, 4 Portuguese ships from Malacca, arrived in 1513 while looking for a route for spices. 32. The Sunda kingdom made an alliance treaty with the Portuguese by allowing them to build a port in 1522 to defend against the rising power of Demak Sultanate from central Java. 33. In 1527, Fatahillah, a Javanese general from Demak attacked and conquered Sunda Kelapa, driving out the Portuguese. Sunda Kelapa was renamed Jayakarta 33, and became a fiefdom of the Banten Sultanate, which became a major Southeast Asian trading center. Through the relationship with Prince Jayakarta of Banten Sultanate, Dutch ships arrived in 1596. In 1602, the British East India Company's first voyage, commanded by Sir James Lancaster, arrived in Aceh and sailed on to Banten where they were allowed to build a trading post. This site became the center of British trade in the Indonesian archipelago until 1682. 34. Jayakarta is thought to have made trading connections with the British merchants, rivals of the Dutch, by allowing them to build houses directly across from the Dutch buildings in 1615. 35. When relations between Prince Jayakarta and the Dutch deteriorated, his soldiers attacked the Dutch fortress. His army and the British, however, were defeated by the Dutch, in part owing to the timely arrival of Jan Pieterszoon Cohen. The Dutch burned the British fort and forced them to retreat on their ships. The victory consolidated Dutch power, and they renamed the city Batavia in 1619. Commercial opportunities in the city attracted native and especially Chinese and Arab immigrants. This sudden population increase created burdens on the city. Tensions grew as the colonial government tried to restrict Chinese migration through deportations. Following a revolt, 5,000 Chinese were massacred by the Dutch and natives on October 9, 1740, and the following year, Chinese inhabitants were moved to Gledak outside the city walls. 36. At the beginning of the 19th century, around 400 Arabs and Moors lived in Batavia, a number that changed little during the following decades. Among the commodities traded are fabrics, mainly imported cotton, batik and clothing worn by Arab communities. 37. The city began to expand further south as epidemics in 1835 and 1870 forced residents to move away from the port. The Koningsplein, now Merdeka Square, was completed in 1818, the housing park of Menteng was started in 1913-38, and Kebaran Baru was the last Dutch-built residential area. 36. By 1930, Batavia had more than 500,000 inhabitants, 39, including 37,067 Europeans. 40.